Hi guys, today I have my weekly makeup basket. I hope you guys prefer this method. I like this method as well just because, I don't know, like I'm talking to you guys, you know, as opposed to you guys seeing my hands. Before I get into my weekly makeup basket, I did record how I do my manicure at home video. My manicure is falling apart because I did my girlfriend's nails yesterday and of course I messed up my own, but I'm gonna be editing that this coming week, so it should be up this week sometime if there is nothing wrong. I attempted to record it before and I was either out of frame or out of focus throughout the whole video, which was very frustrating. Mad props to those that have successfully made a manicure video because it's a little bit trickier than I thought. Because I'm just not used to it, you know what I mean? Like I'm always doing my manicure and not having to worry if the camera's in focus or things like that and stuff. So anyways, I wanted to mention that because I have had a few requests and I'm very appreciative of that. It's such a wonderful compliment, and I just wanted to mention it because I'm not ignoring it. I am working on it. I'm also going to be recording a nail polish rack, which I have right here. It's already up. I just have to find a time to do it when the daylight is just right. Because the nail polish rack is sitting up against this wall, it's so far away from any of the main lights. I'm sitting right now in front of a very small window, but the biggest window that I have is on that side and it's so far away I can't get the lighting right here. So I tried recording that before as well and it was just way too dark. So I've rambled on enough. If you guys hear some noise, my husband's getting ready, so excuse that. Today I went ahead and picked out all of my items for this week. Hopefully I'm not missing anything. I kind of picked things out as I was putting on my makeup. I am wearing most of the items on my face today. This kind of makeup look, an overall makeup look, is something that I would be completely satisfied with for the rest of my life. If I didn't find the need to play with anything else that I have in my collection. But this is kind of like the look that I go for when I don't want to think about anything, especially like the eye look is so simple. It only technically required one shadow and I used a powder to set my eyes. So I'm just gonna jump right into it because I'm just rambling now for like over 2 minutes, excuse that. For primer this week, I'm gonna be using the Maybelline Master Prime. This is the Blur and Smooth. I've tried these a couple of times. I don't really remember if, I don't think I was really impressed by it, but I haven't used this in months and months and months, and I want to get some use out of it. So this is the only primer that I picked out today. This week when I do my get ready with me, I'm gonna try to do the voiceover. My computer has been acting up, so excuse that, but which is why the previous get ready with me was just music. So sad about that. But anyways, I'm gonna try it out this whole week and really pay close attention to it. It's supposed to be a blurring and smoothing primer, so we shall see how that works. For foundation this week, I'm gonna use the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous. I love these foundations. It's so I just love them. They're really good. I do have to mix two shades. 310 is way too light for me and 305 is a little bit too light and a little bit too yellow for me. But when I mix them both, they're perfect. They're fairly inexpensive, so I didn't mind having to purchase two of them. The coverage is really good. You can build it up to full coverage, like medium full coverage or so, and I just love the way the skin looks, and it's not extremely matte, but it's not a glowy foundation. It's kind of like an in-between kind of foundation, but it's really, really good and it lasts a really, really long time. For concealer, what did I pick for concealers? I think I picked two new concealers that I haven't tried. Today I have on the Super Stay Better Skin from Maybelline. I've heard so many people talking about it. I have it on my eyes, underneath my eyes today. So far so good. It doesn't look dry or anything like that, so I'm enjoying it, but I haven't had this makeup on for more than 30 minutes. So this is in the shade medium deep, which is just my perfect shade. It doesn't highlight or anything, it just adds coverage. It's a very light concealer as far as texture wise. It's not a very thick concealer, so I actually prefer this more than thick concealers. That's just my personal preference, but so far so good. I also pulled out the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I got the shade medium, and this is in ginger, so this is a little bit lighter, so I picked this one out because this one right here, since it's my skin tone, and what was I saying? Because this one's my skin tone, I picked this one out to highlight. major fail. For powder today, or this week, I picked out, oops, sorry. I don't want to blind you guys. This is the MAC MSF Medium Golden. I have the littlest bit, so I should be finishing it out in the next couple of weeks or so, or maybe in the next week. So pick this one out. I love this powder, and I've mentioned that so many times before. I also picked out the Rimmel Stay Matte. This I prefer to use in my T-zone, which is the way that I put it on today. So I set the outer part of my face and my cheek area with the MAC MSF, and then in my T-zone I go in with the Rimmel Stay Matte just to mattify this area because I do get a little bit oily. For my under eyes this week, I picked out a powder that I bought a while ago, and I don't think I've used it once. I think I used it once. This is the Physicians Formula Mineral Wear Talc Free, and this one is in translucent. And although it is translucent, it adds a little bit of brightening underneath my eyes. I gotta see if it's gonna prevent any creasing, but I did try it today, but solely underneath my eye area. I also used it to set my eyeshadow primer. I didn't put any type of a cream shadow over top. I just went ahead and set it with this one, and then went in with a crease color. So far so good. I like it so far. For bronzer, I picked out this powder right here. This is from L'Oreal, and it's the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder. This is the face powder, but I picked out the color C8, and I love using this as a bronzer. I've been using this since the summer months, and it's really pretty. Although it's a C8, it has a tiny bit of warmth to it, and that is what I'm wearing on my face today. I use it to bronze up my face, like this area right here and all of the outer part of my face. Really pretty, blends out really nicely, and I feel like it almost melts into the skin. So if you are struggling finding any other type of bronzer, maybe try this one and see if it works out for you. Another bronzer that I pulled out is the Sonia Kashuk Glow Chic Luminosity Bronzer. This is a duo, so it has a bronzer and it has a blush. I feel like the camera's washing this off. There you go. That's the color right there. Really pretty, very glowy little duo right here. And this is the bronzer right there, which adds luminosity. So the way that I like to use this is go in with a matte bronzer like the one that I just mentioned right now, which is the powder, and then I can go ahead and top it off with this one and just blend it into my cheeks just to add a little bit of glow. But I always go in with a matte bronzer first and then add a product like this over top. This is really pretty, by the way. I've used it a few times and I love it, both the bronzer and the blush. It's really beautiful. Oh, I forgot my corrector. So Bobbi Brown corrector, I mentioned this last week. I'm still using it and I'm still enjoying it. I have it underneath my concealer today. Oh. For highlight, I picked out 2 highlights this week. Oh my god, I'm missing everything. I'm going out of order. I'm sorry. This is the Benefit Stay Flawless 15-Hour Primer. This is kind of like a waxy type of product. I've used it before, and I think my skin gets a reaction from it. I get little bumps in this area, and I notice that sometimes I break out. I'm gonna use it this time again because I have no breakouts right now, so I'm gonna try this out this week, and if I break out, I'm just gonna give it away or toss it actually, because I feel like I get a reaction from this. I'm just gonna pay closer attention next or this coming week. But this is meant for you to just rub it into your skin and then you can blend it out. And then for highlighters, I picked out my favorite Face Glow. This is, if you have medium or tan skin, highly recommend this. This is so beautiful. I have it on my face today. It's the only one, I think this is the only one that I put on today. But can you see the beautiful glow? That it's like a glow from within. And I've made a dent into this thing, and which is shocking because any type of face glow or highlighters and stuff, normally you only need to use a little bit, but because I use it so much, I've made a dent into this thing and I love it. Ugh, I just love it. It's so beautiful. And then I also went and picked out the Mary Luminizer from The Balm. Beautiful. I have it on the tip of my nose and then on my Cupid's bow area, which you can't even see anymore because I overlined so much today. Beautiful highlighter. I think that if you are After the Moonstone highlighter from Becca, which I do have the little pan that came in that Afterglow palette. They're very similar. I think one of them, I can't remember which one, has a little bit more of a yellow tone to it, but this is $20, and the big highlighter from Becca is a lot more expensive. So I just say, you know, if in doubt, if you're looking for a highlighter, pick this one up. It's so beautiful. I really like it. I just feel like the Becca ones are maybe a tiny bit more creamy, I want to say. This one's a little bit, it's still creamy, but it has a little bit more powderiness to it. But as far as the actual highlight, this is beautiful. So gorgeous. I went ahead and picked that one out. I'm totally going out of order here. I think eyeshadow primer, Milani. This is the eyeshadow primer, and this one is in nude. I think it's the only one that they have. I don't think they have another shade in this one. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that one works really, really well. For my brows this week, I pulled out the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer, and I have the shade Dark Brunette, and that is what I'm wearing on my intense brows today. I feel like I went a little a little thick, but whatever. Anyways, really, really good product to set them. The e.l.f. brow and lash mascara thing. Anyways, this right here, which I mentioned last week. For mascara, I pulled out, what did I pull out this week? Where'd they go? Oh my god, what the heck? I swear I had my mascaras here just a minute ago. Okay. L'Oreal Telescopic, which is the only mascara that I'm wearing on my eyes today. But I also pulled out the CoverGirl Plum Crusher. How am I missing it when it's super like bright green? I'm holding it. I'm holding it. Clearly I haven't had enough coffee this morning. CoverGirl Plum Crusher. Lord Jesus. For the eyes this week, I'm gonna stick to this palette, and then this palette also has the blushes. The only blushes that I'm gonna stick to are these two right here, which are by MAC. This is really, really pretty. Today I mixed both this shade right here and this one right here. This is Copper Tone. Beautiful. I can never go wrong. And then this one right here is Pinch Me by MAC. And just in case you're curious, I'm not going to use this one, but this one's from Makeup Geek, and this one is Summer Fling. So I normally tend to use this one in the summer. So I just want to mention it because it's in this palette. I'm not going to be using that this week. And then I'm going to stick to this palette right here, or these shadows right over here, along with my Wet n Wild Creme Brulee as a creamy matte shadow. Whew, almost dropped it. But this palette is what I'm going to stick to. These right here are from Inglot, and then these right here are all Makeup Geek. You know, I just feel like I can never go wrong. This right here I used today to line my lash line, and then for my crease I actually used this bronzer right here. So pretty, like I said, super easy. I wanted something super easy today, so I used this to warm up my face, and then I also went in on my crease with it. For my lips this week, I went ahead and stuck with NYX pencil in Nutmeg, which I lined my lips with this today. Over top of that today, I have the Revlon Matte Balm, and this is in Sultry. I mentioned this in a recent favorites video. For gloss this week, I picked out a couple glosses. I'm trying to finish out these Laura Mercier because I've had them forever, and I think they're starting to, they still smell like vanilla, so but I need to finish these out because these are gonna expire pretty soon, I'm pretty sure. So it has a hint of tint to it. Really, really cool and cool. Really, really pretty and not extremely sticky. And then another lip color right here is this Milani lipstick in Matte Beauty. This is more of like a brownish pink right there. That's this one right here. Another lip gloss, I never use these. These are the Marvelous Moxie from Bare Minerals. I bought a kit, I think, last year. And these are, They smell very, very soft, and I think if I remember correctly, they feel a little minty. Anyways, this gloss right here, it's super sheer. These are more sticky than the Laura Mercier ones, but I wanted to just kind of use them because I have so many. I've given some away because I don't use them enough and I don't want them to expire. But anyways, I picked this one out. I don't think, oh yeah, I picked out one more lip color. I picked out this Maybelline Color Blur. And this one is in Partner in Crimson, which I mentioned is so pretty. Really, really beautiful. I mentioned these two in my recent favorites video. This one applies evenly. These are great toppers over liners. These apply, this one right here in particular, I feel like applies more evenly. The lighter shade, I think it's called I Like to Mauve It, which I did mention in that video. Sometime in the last couple of days, I don't know if it's because I'm moving further down on the lip product, it's starting to apply patchy. I don't know if you guys have experienced that, because initially when I was using it for a couple of weeks, it was fine. It was applying pretty evenly. I didn't have to wear a lip liner with it to, I don't know, to mask the patchiness. But within the last couple of days, I wore it yesterday and I noticed that it was looking patchy. So, but it wasn't doing that for me for the first couple of weeks. So let me know if you guys have tried them and you guys are having trouble with them. But anyways, I picked this one up. This one does not apply patchy on me, but the other one is, and I don't know if it's because it's a lighter shade. Yeah, I think that's it for this week. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys had a great weekend and I will see you guys later. Bye.